What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn
Another
podcast
damn podcast.
presented by
Our
a
damn
damn self.
selves.
So 392.
Very nice.
And really just what as this airs, just what, 2 days until Christmas? The countdown is here. Well, now we going like the bad boy Pistons. The final countdown. So like if you ain't got your shopping done that by
If you ever
now,
done your shopping,
got it done by now, then I
you
don't
know
know
what
what to
I'm
tell
telling
you.
you.
But yeah, final countdown. Final countdown for the year, really. Like
Yeah.
2024 is almost a wrap. Yeah. We almost up out of here, but still a little foolery that's been going on. Yeah. We ain't done yet, motherfuckers. To paraphrase Richard Pryor slash Ric Flair. We ain't done yet, motherfuckers. Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Pretty good. Yeah. It was hot and cold. Yeah. Hurting while I was working out. Oh no, I'm trying to drop some weight, but no, I started
Right.
my workout routine before the new year. You know me, I don't wait till
You
January
don't want to
1st.
be in the gym with everybody like this on the machines trying
Yeah.
to fight for
Yeah.
it.
You know me, I go too hard, so I ended up pulling my back a little bit, so I had to pull back some. It's like I'm like, hey, all right, I was like, slow your ass down. Because once I go hard, and then like I always end up hurting myself. That's my routine, so gotta pull back a little bit. Yeah.
Gotta pace yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marathon, not a sprint. Marathon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marathon.
So other than that, I'm cool. Pulled it back a little bit, but pretty
Oh.
good. How about you, kid?
It was pretty busy. Took the kids, took Ari. We went because Khalil got invited to a birthday party and he saw Sonic 3 at a birthday party because his friend invited him and they did like the birthday party, the movie, the private rental thing. And we were supposed to go see it as a family anyway, so we were kind of like, I was like, I don't want Khalil to miss out with his friend because he doesn't get to spend a lot of time with his friends outside of school. So I was like, oh, I had Ari going on play date anyway with one of her friends. So I was like, well, after our play date, I said we can just go and see. And then her friend came with us. So I took the girls to go see it. And,
Cool.
the kids loved the movie. We loved the movie too. Like it was a
I was
really
gonna ask,
good,
how was it? I was just about to
it
ask.
was really good, really cute, really fun. Jim Carrey, he has it. Him as a Robotnik, he
We've known that for
he
30
definitely
years. Going
delivers
back
that.
to the Living Color days, we've known about Jim Carrey.
Like with the mustache, Eggman as Sonic calls him, like he definitely delivers. Every time he suits up as Robotnik, he definitely kills that.
Yeah.
But it was a really good movie, and I can't wait. I know Paramount Plus, because we have Paramount Plus as a Paramount film, so I'm sure it's going to be on Paramount Plus soon. So I was like, we'll maybe have a side day where we watch all three movies back to back. We watch the first, the second, and the third. Like we'll just do it a
I
side
wasn't a
day.
big Sonic guy back in the day, but I always thought it was the character was cool though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The character was always pretty
you
cool.
you have to run.
Right, because I didn't well, Feast had a Genesis, so I didn't really like I didn't have a Genesis. I had a Super
Mhm.
Nintendo. So yeah, that's
Because
probably
it
why I
was
didn't
kind of
that's
like
why I didn't really get into Sonic like that because I didn't have a Genesis.
it kind of was like kind of like Android like versus iPhone, kind of like that. Like either you did Genesis or you did Nintendo. It kind of was that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like did you go
I had,
Super Nintendo route? Or did you go Sega
I
Genesis
had
route?
Super Nintendo, no Sega Genesis. Because I was
That's
dead
kind of
broke
how it
and I
was.
couldn't
The breakdown
both.
was
Yeah, it's like, yeah. That's
because
how it
I
was.
definitely was more the Super Nintendo driven too. I definitely
Played
was
my
more
Super Nintendo because I had one. I used to
because I
play.
played yours here. I don't know. Maybe Feast didn't let me play a Sega. Maybe.
I think when he had the Sega Genesis, what it was is like he was mostly in college at that time, so he'd only have it when he came back.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
so
That's
yeah,
why I couldn't get
it
into it.
wasn't in the
Yeah.
house that much. You can only play it during the summer break, pretty much. That's the only time. It's like, well,
And
I
maybe
was
briefly
still
maybe
there at the
winter.
time. I was there year round because I got a
Mhm.
job at the time. I didn't go to the college route. I was working, so I had the Super
Mhm.
Nintendo in the house with us. That's what,
Right.
to play it more. That's why. But that's what
It's
it is.
definitely a good family film and watching the trailers for like the other movies that's coming out for 2025. It looks like it's some big blockbusters that are coming out for next year.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like I may be back in the show. I know I don't go to the movies that often. I just either stream it at home.
Yeah, it's a big year.
So
Surprised you
I just
skipped
make it
both.
screaming.
It was two big family movies out for the holiday season. So you had Wicked and you had Moana too. Like I'm surprised y'all sat both of those ones out.
I had wanted to take Ariana to see Wicked because obviously her namesake is in Wicked. So it's like she went,
And our uncle's namesake too. Yeah. We're a Wicked family. Yeah.
because she loves Ariana Grande. So it's like, okay, like I was, but then after a while, it's like, okay, it's been out for 3 weeks. I know it's gonna be available streaming soon.
Maybe within
So
the next month it'll probably go to streaming.
that's why, like, if I don't get to it within 3 weeks, I'm like, you know what? And then they even offer the option where it's like, even though it's still in show, you can just rent it at home to
It'll probably
stream.
be in
So
January, probably be available to rent. And then
yeah.
maybe like by February it'll be streaming. That's what I'm expecting for Wicked.
I
Yeah.
might do that. I might rent it if it's available. I'm gonna look and see if it's available to rent now. Like I said, if it's available to rent now, I'll watch it over the holiday break and we can just watch
Yeah.
it
They
together.
might milk that one. I think Wicked is still making money, so they might wait a couple weeks. The movie's making money. They like, okay, let's sit on it. The ones that don't do that well, let's say like put it to streaming quicker and shit. So yeah. But
I'll
Wicked
see
is
if it's available
making
to rent first.
big money and shit,
We
yeah.
might do that.
Making much money, yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah. So those are the big movies for the holiday, the family movies for the holiday season
And
was
then Mufasa was out. Mufasa came out
Mufasa as well. I
yesterday.
forgot. Yeah, that just came
Well,
out.
not yesterday, Friday rather, because
Yeah.
Sonic and Mufasa came out the same day.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And then Wicked was before that, and Moana
Yeah,
2.
well, it was Thanksgiving.
And Moana 2 was a little before that, I want to say.
Yeah.
So there we
So,
go. That's
so
those are the the family movies for the holiday season right there.
mhm.
So for those of y'all with the kiddies, like there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, don't take the kids to see shoot 'em up, bang bang. Don't do that.
Yeah. One of our favorite holiday movies, Die Hard.
Although,
Yeah, I
the
saw that.
80s was a little
Yeah.
different. I always
I
said that
saw
was a
Yippee
little different.
Ki motherfucker when I was like not too much older than Ari.
Yeah, I
I
saw
was
it pretty early too.
Yippee Ki motherfucker. Yeah. So there we go. Just watched Die Hard the other day. Holiday season. That's in my rotation. Yeah, I just watched that. And one I watched this year, which I hadn't watched in a while, because which is also like I watched Die Hard too right after. Like it went to the because like it the
Oh yeah, when it
it's
suggests like,
suggested.
hey,
Yeah, I said
you
yeah,
might want to watch
because
this. Why
because
the
it's
hell not?
Christmas as well too. I was like, yeah, I watched Die Hard too. Yeah, so I
Because I
ended up
haven't watched
watching.
that in years. I haven't watched Die Hard 2 in years.
Yeah. It's with John McClane in the Dulles Airport in DC. Like that's the movie for like those who haven't seen
Hmm.
Die Hard. It's like Die Hard in an airport, basically. That's what it is.
To me, Die Hard really didn't need a sequel or sequels, rather. They
So you
didn't
knew
really
that
need
was going to happen.
sequels.
As much more money as that movie
As much
made.
money as Die Hard made, and it's still making money now.
And they
So
still making Die Hard movies. I mean, hopefully we done with the Wayne like with like unfortunately Bruce Willis's health. Like I don't think we're gonna see that character on camera,
no, we're not.
which is a good thing because the last few Die Hards weren't that good. It's like so I'm not mad at the Russian one was absolutely awful. It's like yeah,
I
so
never even saw that one.
you
Or
didn't
did I? Or did I just block
you
it
not
out?
you
Did I
not
see it?
I
Was
definitely
that the
saw
one
it.
with his son?
It's was this yeah his son was a Russian
Okay,
one.
I did see it. I blocked it out.
Yeah
I did see it, but I blocked it out.
yeah
I
they
remember it
showed
was just god awful because I was
uh,
watching it like
yeah it was terrible. Yeah it
it
didn't even
was,
feel like a
yeah.
Die Hard movie. It was like in Russia and all. It was
Yeah, it was okay. I did see it, but it was just really, really bad.
it probably was
But
another movie that they turned into a Die Hard movie. They do that with movies.
they
They
just
like
slapped John
take
McClane and be
another
like, "Hey, we're
script and
gonna
like
slap
just
you in."
do a couple of rewrites and turn it into a fucking movie. They do that with so often with films. That's why I be feeling discombobulated. It's like that's why it don't feel like a Die Hard movie because it's not a Die Hard
It's not.
movie.
They just put a couple of they put a couple of yippee ki motherfuckers and then put in John McClane. Then now
Yeah.
it's a Die Hard movie.
Like
Like
Die
what?
Hard 3 wasn't really a Die Hard movie. Like that was like a Lethal Weapon movie. That's why it feels more Lethal Weapon. It's like because the
Mhm.
buddy film is like the original writers of it. They just the people who wrote Lethal Weapon wrote Die Hard 3. And
That makes sense. And
they
then you
just
have the
turned it into
black and
a
the
Die
white.
Hard
Yeah.
movie and shit. Yeah.
Now that you said that, it makes sense.
That's why it felt different than the first two. The first two were like, yeah, they felt like Die Hard movies. Three felt
Hmm.
like more of a Lethal Weapon. Four and five, we can forget about. It's like, especially five. It's like, forget about those ones. But yeah, I just watched the first and the second. What else did I watch? Friday After Next, a hood classic. Um, what else have I watched? This Christmas is streaming on Hulu, I believe. So I
I
saw.
watched whatchamacallit, Almost Christmas. That's on Hulu.
Okay.
The dinner scene with Carrie Hilson is just freaking hilarious. That's what made me watch the movie. 'Cause when I saw somebody put that as, a clip of a scene, and I was like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna watch this movie. And then when I watched it for the first time, maybe like in 2018, I was like, oh, this movie was funny. So now I'm putting that in my rotation now. Almost Christmas is gonna be my rotation.
Friday After Next, I definitely did with the crackhead Santa Claus robbing
Yes, that
top flight security of the world, Craig. It was so much good shit in that movie. The Holy Moly Donut Shop. Yes.
Cat Williams.
That, yeah, Money Mike, yeah.
Terry Crews,
Damon.
Damon as the
You are not in jail anymore. You are a boy.
BB Drake with the mustache.
I tell you, Daddy, I said, ah.
With the mustache.
Hey, tell your fine daddy, I said, hi.
All right. Never in my black life have I heard anyone describe y'all Witherspoon as fine.
The landlady definitely wanted some pops.
When she said fine, I was like, fine. Fine.
Yeah, that's good shit. The Holy Moly Donut Shop. Let's go, man. Yeah, Pops and what's his brother
Oh,
like
and
the
Don
soul
DC
the
Curry.
souls the opening a rib joint or whatever they had. They had like a rib.
Where's the gold digger?
Oh yeah, that's his. I bought them titties. It's like
That's the gold digger.
what's his name? We had a Pinky appearance. Like he came. Hey, Pinky made a cameo in it. Pinky, nigga, what's up, nigga? We had Pinky. Like Friday After Next is my joint. Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch it now because I haven't watched it in some
It made
years.
it into my Christmas rotation a
I got,
couple of
I gotta
years
watch it.
ago. I was like, because that's one I forgot it's a Christmas movie. But yeah, duh. Hey, Santa Claus robbed him and stole a present. So yeah, it's definitely a Christmas movie. That's the movie. You get robbed on
Crackhead Santa
Christmas.
Claus.
Yeah. A crackhead Santa Claus robbed him for their shit. Where we start at then, yeah, had to laugh at that shit. Oh, let's start locally. I want to tell you, end of an
Oh
era,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
finally, yeah, like after what 20
Dude.
almost 20 years now, yeah, over 20, 21 years,
Yeah, 'cause it was
almost 22, almost
2003.
22, almost 22 years. They E2 finally they demolishing it, yeah. I drove past there a couple of days ago. I saw the big hole in the side. I'm like, yeah, because I saw like my guy B Man, because he been following that for
Yeah,
years.
V Man.
That was
Yeah,
one of his regular spots. His DJ there
he
for
was
like,
there that night. I want to
and he was.
say.
I think he was there the night it happened. I know he definitely was a regular DJ like
I think
there.
he was there that night. I
I
think.
know Vaughn Woods was definitely like V Dub was definitely DJing because he was
Um,
GCI. Like B Man might have been the opener or something like that.
mhm.
I know that was Vaughn Woods was the headliner. I remember because I
I
remember
never
the
made
day
it
when
to
it happened.
E2 because like I said about it, because like that was the club that like I had just like turned 21 when like it was, you know what I mean, when it came
Yeah,
out
it was
so
like
I had
by
just
then
turned
it
21.
was like probably like hotter spots at that time.
It was
Like
other spots I was going
it was
to.
still around, but it wasn't the spot. Like when I started clubbing, it was the Click, and that was like if you were like black in Chicago, that was like the place to be. Basically, the Click on a Saturday
Because
night.
even
Like
like the
that was
way
it.
it looked on the outside, it looked real upscale. It looked real
And to this
what's the
day,
term? Real demure.
I've never
It looked
seen a
real
club
demure.
set up like that to this day. Cause it had a little bit of everything. Like Marcus Chapman described it best in his book, like the way he described it. Like and it was accurate too. Like when you walk in, it's like the live jazz, like the music. So it's like the easy listening, the hangout area, kind of like
Mhm.
the cigar room area where you like hang, like you could
Mhm.
talk and mingle. It's like you go to the back, they got the comedy club back there. It's like so yeah, you can see like some of your local up and coming comics some who are probably big now, like like Lil Rel might have started there, for example. Like some of your local comics from that era, probably like Dion Cole, probably like did
Yeah.
like, back in those days, yeah, in the '90s of the Click, yeah. They had the kitchen also back there too, so you can get you some wings while
Get
you
you
get
some
your laugh
wings.
on. and then go upstairs. That's where the party was, like second floor. Is like, yeah, you go up and it's like it had two big bars on each side, a gigantic dance floor in the middle, DJ booth up on the perch where you had to take this weird ass winding staircase to get to it. It was like one of the cool, and then up there also as well was the VIP rooms, like, but nobody cared about those. Like the action was like the dance
Action
floor.
was down.
Like, yeah, the way we partied back then is like, yeah, we didn't give a fuck who celebrities are sitting up there in the VIP. Like, the action was like the big ass dance floor. That's where everybody wanted to be. It's like, so it was like the coolest setup. Like, yeah. They had a
I never
stage
got to
up there
see.
too, like when they had performances. I remember I saw 112 perform there. So they had a stage on that second floor as well, too, for like
It
whenever
just
they had.
always looks so cool. Just even like the logo on the outside. Cause like I wanted to go when I turned 21.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I was like, when I turn 21, I'm gonna go there. Cause my dance school was right by it, like a
Oh, yeah.
couple doors down.
Oh,
So
and
I'm like,
by the
yeah, when
way,
you turn
you got
21.
all of that entertainment for $10 too. By the way, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
You get comedy, you get a chill spot, you get a banging party. It's like
banging party.
all for $10. You get
You
it.
might even see some celebrities if you're into
Exactly,
that
yeah.
celebrity sighting, if you're into
First
that.
time I met Jordan was at the Click. Yeah, it was the E2 by then. Yeah, I met Jordan at the E2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look, you're like, oh shit, it's prime time. It's you may see Deion Sanders in there.
As a matter of fact, the same night that 112 was there, I just mentioned 112. They did a show. It was like after 112 did their little set, it was like it turned into like it was almost like an NBA party. It turned into like you just start seeing a bunch of ball players. So hey, Jason Kidd, okay, there go Juwan Howard. You just see like all and then all of a sudden, and then the DJ announced like Michael Jordan in the building. Like I didn't see him right away, so I thought it might have been Cap and shit. Till I went up to that VIP room upstairs, and so he was sitting in a big ass chair, like like a
Smoking a
king's
cigar
throne with smoking a long ass
with
cigar.
his glasses on, with his sunglasses. That's what Mike did. He just had
It's
his
when
cigar.
he was still with Juanita, and then like Juanita was with him. So they go
Yeah,
Mike,
Mike is like
Mike,
this. With his cigar.
big ass cigar, like yeah, sitting there just like. Of course, I had to go get. I had to get my ass. I didn't go near him right away. I waited till he got up. He finished his cigar. Then when he got up, then I like swooped my hand. He like, hey, how you doing? So yeah, it was like okay. Yeah. So Michael Jordan would hang out at E2 from time. That's how big the club was. Like even
Yeah.
Jordan would pop in. Like that's how big the
Yeah, I
shit.
never got a chance to pop it in, like I said, because by the time, like I said, I turned 21, then it was like other stuff that was happening. So I never made it there.
Yeah,
And
I got
thankfully, I
so
never made it there, thankfully.
yeah,
Thankfully.
especially the February 2003, we getting there. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I got some
thankfully, I never
E2
made it there.
stories. I got some funny ones before we get to the tragedy. Yeah. One of the stuff with this chick I went out on a fucking date with. It's like we went and saw the two can play that game, so you know what if you walk around what era this was. And afterwards it's like, okay, yeah, like it's still early, you see the movie. That shit ends at like 10 o'clock or something. So like yeah.
Right. Let's
So
go to
like
after hour spot.
yeah,
Yeah.
so and chicks like to dance. It's like, okay, yeah, E2's popping. I had a connection there, I'm sure. I think it was Sam Silk's night, so I didn't have to pay to get that motherfucker. So it's like, yeah, like Sam Silk was host. I was like, yeah, let's go to E2.
Boss uses his connections.
Absolutely. I was like, yeah, the homies hosting. Yeah, like why not? Let's go. Yeah. This
Mm.
chick was like hollering at other dudes, like, yeah, because she's like, cause what chicks do shit like that. Like if you're on a date with somebody, it's about respect to me. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Like if y'all are not like a
Exclusive. We're
relationship,
not in a
whatever.
relationship.
Yeah,
We're
we
not
just met and
exclusive.
shit. It's like, yeah.
However,
But she said, yeah, like, yeah, well, we came together, but we're not together. Some bullshit, she said. So like I backed me, like I said, do you and shit. And I started hollering at there's a lot of women there. I was like, there's a lot of women in here. Like, so like, so I immediately got over that shit. It's like, oh, and long story short, I left her ass there. She lived in the suburbs and shit. So you don't piss your ride off. That's the long story.
exactly. Like you got some audacity.
This chick lived like out in like Homewood or some like South suburbs. Like, so I don't know if she got
That's
home
a
before
ways from
the cab or whatever.
24th in Michigan.
Yeah. She took a cab, or maybe she got a ride with one of them niggas she hollered at there. I don't know, but
It
Oz
wasn't with
dipped.
me.
Oz
Put it
got the
like that.
fuck out of there and shit. Yeah. Wasn't in the Focus or whatever I was driving. It wasn't that. So I was like, do you, boo?
People do have audacity though.
So
You
that's a
don't
funny story about E2 with me was that night.
You don't do that. You don't, like, yeah, we're not
Especially we
together. It is
spent
well
like the
respected.
whole we did not like we just met up at the club is one thing. Like we had spent the whole
The
night
whole
together. We
day
saw a
together. We spent the
movie
whole
and
night
shit. And like,
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
we was like it was like so we had been together for like some hours by then. It's about respect and
Hmm.
shit. Oh, and I went on the radio and roasted her the next day. She did
And
call.
then guaranteed if you were in there buying drinks for ladies, she would have been pissed off, guaranteed. Like if you came in there buying drinks for ladies and being coy, oh, you on the radio? Ain't you on the radio? If you were like being coy with people, then she would have
I,
been like,
it was early in my career too, so I definitely flexed the radio thing during that time. Yeah.
she would have been like, what are you doing? She would have been, but you know how people are. It's like, I can do stuff, but you can't. Like I can, but you can't.
Yeah,
So
I'm not Papoose and shit, and you ain't Remy Ma. So yeah, Oz don't go for that. The Oz man don't go for that. You got me fucked up if you think I'm Papoose and shit. Hell no.
I'm not going to even touch that.
You had a friend that did that in college and shit. I remember when she was like doing her, and then he was waiting for her at the fucking dorm room or whatever. And shit, yeah, that's some lame shit. That's
Pimping
the
101.
definition of a simp. Yeah, it's a definition of a simp right there. And Oz ain't no bitch ass nigga. So yeah. So I guess immediately I walked away and shit. Like found somebody else dancing with other females. Right. I was like, okay. Yeah. Hey, less than 5 minutes later, I was already over that shit. Because like it's a big ass club. There's a lot of women in there.
It's
Like,
other fish in the sea.
yeah. So we came together. Don't mean we got to leave together. Okay.
All right.
Do you? But the tragedy, yeah, E2, like for those that don't know, yeah, like I said, it's February 18th, 2003. Yeah. Regular, yeah, it was a Sunday night, like because the clique would do Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's how popping it was. They had 3 nights of partying. It's like so this was the Sunday night gig. But they were over capacity. Remember the '03, so this was like after 9/11, like the world was getting weird during that time.
Yeah.
Um the Iraq war either had just started or was about to start. It was like this is when all of that was going
It
on.
was
This is
all that because like I was still in college during this
yeah.
time, so all that was going on.
Oh
Yeah.
three. So like
Hmm.
something had happened, like let's say a minor skirmish broke out, some fight, niggas fight at clubs is like
Yeah, Pete, you stepped on my Jordans. You stepped on my
up
Jordan
to my
11s.
J's, and then either
Yeah.
either like security or maybe even one of the part patrons that was fighting, like somebody sprayed pepper spray. I'm not sure who because I wasn't there, but yeah, when pepper spray got sprayed, like I don't know if it was a security guard did it or if
I
one of the
think they
people
said
fighting
security.
did it.
That's the story
Yeah.
that I've heard.
That's
It's
that's why I'm saying I'm not sure, but that's why I mentioned it. Yeah, either
to
security or like
try
some
to
yeah, they pepper spray.
disband to try to,
And this,
calm the
like I
crowd.
said, and like think about the world we in, like 2000 and early 2003, like post 9/11. So somebody immediately go like, oh yeah, like chemical weapon, anthrax. So like that was like the anthrax hoax. Remember that? Like
Anthrax was a thing.
people
Yeah,
people
yeah.
mailing like baby powder, people in like envelopes as a prank. Is like that was and like
Mhm.
that was like people did silly shit like that. It's like
And then SARS was a thing too. SARS was
SARS,
a
like all of
thing.
that was
Yeah,
going
all
on.
that was going on.
Yeah,
We've
anthrax.
lived through some shit. Think about that. We're not even 50 years old and we've lived through some shit. And not even being
I
50
mean, this was
years.
like barely 20 years ago, the stuff we mentioned
Right.
now. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And so like immediately, okay, like clear the club, party over. After that, somebody starts screaming SARS and like anthrax and chemical weapons, WMDs. It's like yeah, as they call them. It's like okay, party over. They shut that bitch down. It's like, but the way the club was built, remember I described it. This is on that second floor where the party, all the action was at. It had one narrow stairwell going out. Like yeah, and it was at the time it was marked. It was like other exits, but they weren't clearly marked. It's like yeah. Because now you
Mhm.
have to clearly mark your emergency exits. It's like back then,
Correct.
like people only knew the way they came in because that's how you know. It's like I came in that way, that's how I'm going out. You don't know, okay, like okay, it's a fire escape there. Yeah, you didn't pay attention to none of that shit in
Right.
2003. They didn't have them clearly marked. Now places have stuff like that clearly marked.
Emergency exit in big red
Emergency
letters.
exit here.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the fire escape. Let's go out that way. It's like it's other ways to get out of the building. It's like, But they didn't know that then. So like everybody like you think it's like somebody set off a chemical weapon, you rush in the door. It's like, yeah. Especially you can't breathe through like the pepper spray. So like y'all all coughing. Like it's believable that somebody had anthrax in that club. Or whatever. So you actually believe in that shit. Yeah. So then everybody rushed it, and then like everything about everybody rushed, narrow out stairway, everybody rushing towards that, trying to get out of it. And the way it was set up down the stairs was wrong too. Is like because like most commercial like the way commercial buildings are
They
built
push out.
differently than residential. Like residential, like yeah, think about your house. Like my house is like yeah, the door opens in. It's like yeah,
Hmm.
because like because of the hinges, like the way it is, like it's like the hinges will be on the outside if it opened out, and people would just knock the hinges off your door and break in your house.
Right.
Whereas like commercial business have special hinges, but those doors are expensive, so that's why people don't have them at home. But
Hmm.
like residential, like opens in, like commercial's supposed to open out. Somehow E2 like opened in. So like you got all these people rushing, the door is closed. You got to get them to back up to like pull the door to get out. Like that ain't happening. If it opened out, people would just push it out and it would open. It's like so this
Right.
tragedy would not have happened if it had the correct door like down there. Like it wouldn't have happened the way it did.
Hmm.
So long story short, like about 21 people got trampled during that exit. Like yeah,
Yeah, because they
but the ones
couldn't
at the bottom
evacuate.
that were out there right up against that door that they couldn't open out, put in. It's like yeah, it's
Hmm.
like people like they got crushed to death. Like the ones all the way at the bottom. Yeah.
And it was young people. Think about it, these were young people.
Party
Like when you
people,
look at
yeah, 20,
look
20s, yeah, people in their 20
look at
something,
the ages, I think
20
everybody was under 30, I want to
20
say.
something, yeah, all 20 somethings, yeah. Hmm.
I think it was like new parents. Somebody was like a new parent.
People had babies and stuff. It was, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, and you think of it, and I remember people being quick, like, what are you doing in a club? Like,
Yeah, I
it's
remember
like,
people
but,
caught up. Yeah, like people just died. It's like shut the fuck up. It's like yeah,
and my thing is just be, and then now after being a parent for several years, it's like, just because you have kids, your life is not over. It's
yeah,
like, that may have been the first time that you have been out since you had a child. Like, that's like the first time, like, you had a life before you had kids. Like, okay, like, I want to go out and celebrate my birthday.
yeah,
I'm going out to celebrate my birthday. My mom is gonna watch my baby tonight, and I'll go out and I'll, hang out with my friends. I haven't seen my friends in like a year, so I want to go hang out with my friends. And then something like that happens, and
yeah.
you know,
And what
several
sucked
kids
about
lost
that
their
is
parents.
the click or slash E2 was like one of the few I want to say it was black owned. I think it was a guy named Calvin that owned it.
Mhm.
That's what made it suck. It's like we are one of the few black owned
Black-owned businesses, yeah,
it
it's a
got shut
plug.
down because of that tragedy. It's like, yeah, yeah. I want to say Calvin was the guy that owned it, and they
And
pretty
it was
much
just
it pretty
never,
much ended his career too. I don't think he ever promoted in Chicago again. I think he
and it was just never the same because it's like I said, I used to pass by that building for work, and I'm like, what are they
they've
going to
been
do? I'm
sitting
like, they
vacant
need
since
to,
2003. Yeah,
yeah, but they're never going to do anything with this building because even like I'm not super superstitious, but it's like, how Black people are with spirits. It's like, I'm sure it's spirits, unrested souls. It's like having that infrastructure there, like putting anything aside there. I feel like this would be part of Haunted Chicago if
yeah.
you put something, if you just like, okay, let's just renovate the building and let's just paint it. No, that would be part of Haunted Chicago. Like, do not do that.
Or if they do like what they do to a lot of places, let's convert it to lofts. Like would you live there?
Hell no.
Not living there.
Like you wake up and you see what was that one with the grudge when the girl came out the TV? Like I like no, hell no, I'm not living there. No.
Because that's what the suggestion too. Like, yeah, because it was a big open space. Yeah, you convert it to lofts. Like,
And it's in South Loop, so
South
prime
Loop
real
open
estate.
space. Yeah, like I wouldn't live there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was doomed after that. There was no way for this to come back. And we mentioned our buddy B man. He been in there since then. I remember he had posted some pics a couple of
Yeah, I remember seeing
years
his
back.
pictures.
It's like, and it's pretty much still looked the same as it did that night. It's like they
Mhm.
did because like there was a crime scene, so the place was sealed off for a while. And then it pretty much like almost looked like the same. They had removed like most of like yeah, like like all of the like the bar stuff and like
The
the
liquor, obviously, because people
Yeah,
liquor and
the
alcohol.
DJ equipment, all of that stuff. But
Yeah, all that's going to be
the
removed
building
because people
essentially look, yeah, the flat screens, like they have
and
screens and
people
stuff.
will win and steal all that
Like
stuff
all that
there.
stuff was gone, but the place essentially looked identical to that night when the incident happened.
Yeah.
It's like it was like a time capsule. It was like, and it just looked creepy. He was like, it's just real creepy in here. It looks like pretty much exactly. It's like 20 years later, almost. It looked
Because I saw, I
exactly.
think like I thought, I think I saw some extension pieces on the ground. I saw
I
extensions.
know it was after the incident. I don't know if they were still there when B-Man's video, but I know right after, like, because when the cops came to the crime scene for like, let's say like, because like and not the crime scene when because Vaughn Woods, like, remember, like he had to come back and get his stuff because like because he
Right.
evacuated too, and like this is like DJ still spent records then, so like he's like I'm going back for my shit basically. So like this is like maybe a couple months later, like after they had unsealed it, he had to go back and get his stuff, and like and it still was like extensions and shit
There was still
everywhere. For that,
extensions there and
how creepy that was. It's like yeah,
probably like VIP wristbands like on the ground or whatever and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Like the
Yeah.
scene that left it like pretty much that night is like probably empty bottles and cups like everywhere. Like it just looked creepy
Mhm.
and shit. Yeah. Um, But yeah, that's what the tribe. But they weren't ever doing anything. And that
No.
building that had a history, because before it was the Click. Like shout out to our brother Kareem. Like it was called Heroes. Like back in like the late 80s, it was a sports bar. I
Yikes.
remember Heroes. That's the one I never got to go to. Just like you never got to go to the Click or E2 Heroes, because it was by the time I got old enough to party, it was the
It
Click
was,
by then. Yeah,
it was a quick by then.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Heroes, I do remember like seeing that on South Michigan. Oh yeah, in the South Loop on Michigan. Yeah, this Heroes. It was a sports bar like that. And Kareem was like saying that they were going because it's the NFL strike from '87, which some of y'all are old enough to remember. Like this is when they had this. What the movie? Remember the Replacements? It was based on that basically. Yeah,
Right.
Keanu. Well, he's got a bunch of regular guys like playing the NFL. Like that's what the movie had, the replacement players. And Kareem was gonna say that him and his homies were gonna say that they were the replacement.
They were
Yeah,
home
we
from the
on the Bears.
army.
It's like yeah,
They were just home from the army. So, they looked enough like football players
yeah.
because they were,
In shape. Yeah.
they were in shape. So
There
it
was
was
no
like,
internet, so you couldn't verify. Like, nigga, you ain't on the team. It's like that. People could just say they on the Bears, and you just believe them back then. Especially football, because like you wearing helmets, all the equipment, your face is covered.
your face is covered.
NBA, you had to be a little more creative because, like, first of all, you had to be tall and like we see your faces. Okay, what's your number? Like, you could out somebody if they said they were an NBA player, especially if they weren't tall. Like, even my height, they'd be like, really, yeah, like you kind of short to be in the NBA. Like, yeah, number 32 is like, yeah, and they look at 32 as a white dude, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. It's like, because Will Purdue was 32 and he was 7 feet. So yeah, I just made
That
that
worked
up.
out. That worked out.
Like, yeah, it's not you, motherfucker. But NFL, you could lie a little better because your face is covered, yeah, especially back
No.
then. Yeah, that's me. And if they look at the team pictures, like they look, I could be, yeah. Like, yeah.
So the plan now is that they're going to make it senior housing, I think.
That
That's what
what
they
they're
said.
doing? Okay, yeah, I know I saw they tearing this. They
I think
like
they're doing senior housing.
probably yeah. That's probably what they God money said. Like let's just build another structure. We're not putting it in
They
that.
had to.
We're not putting it in there.
And
No.
then even with done with that, like I mean, you still have somebody come out with the sage and still sage it.
I'd even I'd
Close
even
it down.
have like some kind of memorial, maybe a plaque on the cornerstone is like in the memory of those who lost
Mhm.
their lives February 18, 2003. Like I'd have some kind of like plaque there, like some kind of memorial,
Mhm.
even in the new structure. Like just have a
I
like
want to say they're
have a
naming
plaque or
it.
something there. Yeah.
I want to say they're doing 21 units or something like
Yeah.
that. So
And I
yeah.
would have a plaque on the cornerstone, just me personally, with like in you don't even gotta put the I don't you don't even gotta necessarily put the names, it's like in honor of those we lost on February 18, 2003. Yeah, like
Mhm.
rest in peace. Like something like that. I think that would be a nice tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to put the names, it's up to you, but I wouldn't necessarily have to put the names
But
at
I
all.
want to see what it's going like once it actually is built and everything because we know that area like they're building it up. They like I said when they tore down Al Capone's vault, that's like a couple blocks from it.
Yeah, it's right on the Cermak, yeah,
On
right on
Cermak, yep, it's on
right up the
Cermak.
street, Michigan as well. So it's
Mhm.
right there,
Like
like two
literally right down the street from it.
blocks
Yeah.
away. I thought it's crazy. I
And
thought
those are condos in like a mini mart is at the bottom and it's like condos on top, I want to
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Um, what's the name they demolished and which y'all for frequent you and like rest in peace Tamika is like the Burger King across the street. They got that roped off. I think they tearing that down. So
Yeah. Because we would go there for, that
yeah.
was the spot. We would go, you in between your breaks for dance class, and we would walk over to Burger King.
When I drove up, I was to check out E2. I said 'cause I saw it, it was like, like the that was blocked off that side. I was like, oh, the Burger King. I know it closed like some years back. COVID, I
Years
think is
back,
when
because I
it
remember
closed.
when it closed, and I was like,
I
"Dad,"
think
I was
I
like,
think COVID killed it. Like when 2020 shut a lot of
mhm.
businesses
I
down.
was
I
like,
think COVID.
"Dad," I was like, "Why is this closed now?" Because like I said, because I was coming from work, and I was going to like go over and get like an Impossible Burger, and
Yeah,
then I was like, "They closed this," so I was like, "What the
I
hell?"
believe COVID did them in. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
saw they got it roped off. I'm like, they must be tearing the Burger King down too up there. Yeah.
Mm.
So that whole area they doing. I wonder if I think what sucks too is I think that building was originally a landmark, had landmark status. Yeah,
The
I know
E2
across the
building,
street
yeah.
the old Defender building is landmark
The Defender
status,
was across the street,
which they're
yeah.
not tearing down. Like yeah, because it's right across the original Defender building is like
Hmm.
that has. And I thought the Click slash E2 had landmark status, but I guess the tragedy said we can tear it down because
Yeah,
landmarks you're not
Philpott
supposed
did
to
too.
demolish. Yeah. So
Mhm.
they might have like made an exception because of the tragedy. Like, okay,
Well, Chess is still there. Chess Records is still
yeah, I believe that has
there.
landmark status as well too. Yeah,
They do tours there, but that I think they paused the tours for a little bit because it's right there, right down from the Heroes right there.
yeah, like how they do
Yeah.
in Detroit, like for Hitsville, like yeah, like the old
Hmm.
chess build. That was basically our Hitsville in
Yeah,
Chicago.
Chess is still
And they
there,
do
Chess
tours
Records.
there, like how they do with Hitsville in
Hmm.
Detroit. They do
That's
tours.
how they said that tours are temporarily paused because that's one of the tours I did want to take. I wanted to take the chess tour. I wanted to
Yeah.
do that.
But once again, rest in peace to those we lost that day. Yeah, still a tragic situation.
Yeah.
As we shift gears right now, got to talk about this. It's been huge in the news. Let's head on out to Colorado State. Travis Hunter, your Heisman Trophy winner, one of Coach Prime's, one of his top soldiers. I'd have made him a general, and these are soldiers. Like Coach, I made him General Prime, not Coach Prime.
General Fund.
But the controversy happened was like during the Heisman Trophy celebration. Is like, yeah, because his fiance, yeah, like like you have your people there. It's like so when they like announce his name, everybody clapping, they stand up, it's like and like she's sitting there like looking awkward, and then like Dion had to like, yeah, get up, girl. Clap for your man. Coach Prime. It's like over the top. Everything is animated with him. It's like that's fucking Prime time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just remember, even though I wasn't watching football, I remember him wearing a lot of gold chains and just being real flashy.
Character.
Even
He's
though I
always
wasn't
been.
watching
I always
football.
remember him being a character going way back to like,
Right.
like
And I wasn't
Deion
even watching
Sanders was
football, but I
always.
just knew
I
that
was. I was definitely watching. He
like
was
he would
always.
have the rings on all the finger. Like I knew he was like super flashy. Like he was basically like another like Ric Flair, basically. He was like he was like real
He
flashy
probably
and
was a Ric
real,
Flair fan. I bet. Like I
yeah.
guarantee Ric fired that dude. Now that you mentioned,
He just didn't have the feather robe. He just didn't
Coach
have
Prime
that.
was like, "Yeah, I'm limousine riding, jet
He
get
just didn't have the
stealing,
robe.
wheeling, dealing, son of
Son
a
of a
gun."
gun.
Woo!
Woo!
All my wrestling fans to get that. Shout out 30 for 30 Ric Flair now streaming on Netflix, by
Which I'm
the
gonna watch over the break. I'm
way.
gonna watch it.
I've been
Away from the kids, of course.
no, I've been rewatching all my 30 for 30s. I haven't watched
Like
the Flair
can't
one
watch
yet.
can't watch any of those with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought I was Reggie Miller versus the New York Knicks. That was a great one. I just watched.
But the young lady, you said that she
Yeah, it got so bad that the internet be internet, and as we say, like they went after this girl, like yeah, like he need to dump her, like yeah, she ain't she ain't in his corner and all like it like the internet basically like assaulted her, like they went after this chick, yeah,
they
that
basically
it got so
decide.
bad she had to release like a response video
I
about
saw her response video, and even
that
still after
somehow added fuel to the fire, like people like made it
and
worse, like
even still after the response video, people still are. So at this point, like I said, I don't know if you're listening to the podcast, young lady, but they're young. He's
21.
21, she's 23, I think. So they're young people.
Yeah.
Pretty much, we're old enough where we could have been their parents, both of
Easy,
us.
easily.
They're that much younger than us, where we could have been their parents.
Yeah.
So it's like my advice I give to this young lady is you said your piece. Fuck it. Like stop trying to talk to people. Like fuck it. Like just
There's nothing you
no,
can do at this point.
there's nothing you can do because it's like at the point where people have determined what you want, what they want to make you, then that's the determination of what they want to make you. Even if you're on Christmas Day handing out dinners to the poor, somebody will still find a way to try to flip that. That's just the way people are. People just once they become jaded and once they become have an opinion about you, no matter what you do, because like I said, we see it with people do like the jury, that's a tax write-off.
Mm.
Really, like explain taxes to me. If you can't explain taxes to me, then just sit this one
To
out.
paraphrase Marge Simpson, like, what's a write-off?
What's a write-off?
Tell me what a write-off. Hey, what's a pallet? Like, what's a write-off? Like,
like you don't know
you
shit
can't even
about
tell
taxes.
you what a write-off is. I get you. Like 90% of people can't tell you what a fucking write-off is. I guarantee. Hey, what's a write-off? Shit. Talking all that shit.
Like just leave it alone. So that's what my advice is to her is just you said your piece. And then with social media, like still do your posting, but you have like you can disable your comments if you need to disable your comments.
Or on Instagram limited comments. So basically only your friends can comment.
Yep.
And you trust your friends. They don't have like random shit. It's just have like your people as your friends.
Like your friends are like we post because like right now we know we're doing the holiday stuff. So right now we about to be in our matching holiday pajamas. We about to do that. We know it's holiday pajama time. I'm about to post my holiday because like my holiday pajamas just came yesterday, and because I was getting a little bit nervous, I was like, "Are they going to come on time?" And they came yesterday, so now we can post our picture like we normally do.
Cool.
But post your holiday pictures, limit your comments, or disable them.
Yep.
And don't scroll the comments. Just post your pictures and keep it moving. Don't even engage with nobody. She a gold digger. Don't even engage with nobody. Don't even engage with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fact that people still don't realize that coming after like everybody, like we always said, everybody done got super tough now because you can keyboard warrior.
That's what's funny is like half these people in real life will be quiet as church mouse. Because most people aren't confrontational. There's like very few people that I know that like to smoke. Is like most people just want to go on about their day. Like if somebody like if somebody said, "Hey, like I heard you was talking shit about me on Instagram," they're gonna go the opposite way. The average person is like, if they got to actually approach by somebody in real life, they were like, they would avoid them like the plague. It's like, hey, I saw you talking shit about me. Yeah, like what'd you say again? Can you repeat that? They're gonna go the opposite way.
They're gonna go the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then what's gonna happen is like after you leave, then they're gonna you got up in my face. I should did. So you're gonna talk shit when the person.
They're gonna post. They're gonna do a post, and when they wail it out of view, they wail into a safe zone. It's like, that motherfucker can't be talking shit. I should have smacked the shit out of him. He was right there. You could have smacked the shit out of him. Yeah.
Why didn't you?
He was right there. You could have. Why didn't you? Yeah. No, you acted like a bitch and ran. That's what you did. It's like. And then talk shit afterwards, like man,
like they said, Trey, you were crying like a pussy.
Yeah.
You wasn't a karate man that cried on the inside. You wasn't.
Yeah. Of course, you wouldn't know that because you're a big Barry White looking motherfucker. But that's all it is. Like when you approach him in real life, it's like that happened. What's the name? Like with like Roland Martin, he's like a big a tough guy online. But then you saw when Jamal Green showed him Chicago, gave him some of that shot. You didn't see that. Like
I didn't see
you saw the shit about Jamal Green online. And then when Roland he was in town for the DNC, like which a lot of people were over the summer.
Yeah. Because
so Jamal Green approached
I was sent away, so.
Yeah. Jamal Green approached him and shit, and he bitched up and said like he basically ran the other way and had a security like escort Jamal Green. It's like you saw this tough guy shit, but then when he brought some of that Chi-Town flavor to you face to face, you ran.
Jamal Green is from the South Side of Chicago, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think he's a South Side dude.
Chi-Town right there all day. Yeah. So you say, "Hey man, you talking shit about me? What's up?"
One thing about Like I said, I can't speak on North and East, but one thing about South Side and West Side, don't get on our bad side on South or West.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
But he
Leave us
approaching, and he
alone.
posted it on his social media. He posted him approaching Roland. And you see Roland like walking, having security escort Jamal Green out of there. It's like he talked all that shit online, like called me a dumbass and all of that. And then when I say, "Hey, why you call me a dumbass?" and you
He
ran
came
like,
over like, hey, I just want to talk.
yeah. Like, bro, you called me a dumbass. Why you do that shit? Call me one to my face, motherfucker.
Lisa Ray said the same thing happened to her on Single Ladies. She said when Stacey Dash put her finger in her face and she said her Southside Chicago came out. She was like, let me hear. She said Stacey Dash put it to like Stacey ran the other way.
Lisa Ray said, "You must think I'm one of them Thelma and Louise bitches."
Lisa Ray, another one, she from the South Side.
Yeah.
She a South Side girl. So like leave South Side and West Side alone. Leave us alone. Just
Actually,
leave us alone, please.
well, people do play that tough guy shit online. There,
You want
like, yeah. And then you
doing
run.
all that typing, your bitch ass is doing all that talking, and then somebody approaches you. Now it's like, oh
There's very
shit.
few people that want to smoke in real life. Like they tough online though. It's like
And then let's not forget that mental health is a huge topic of today. Like people seem to think that people are not human because they're whether they're a real celebrity or like have celebrity adjacent status or whatever the case may be. People seem to think that at the end of the day, these people are not human. We're all human beings. We all have feelings. Everyone's feelings gets hurt. Even the toughest. I got tough skin. My skin is so thick, nothing bothers me. It rolls on. Even the people who talk all that stuff.
everybody has
Those should be the most sensitive.
everybody has something they're self-conscious about.
Those be the most sensitive people, though. The ones who have like I have such tough skin, it rolls up my. Those be the most sensitive people from my experience.
To me, like in my personal life, the most sensitive people on the planet are stand-up comics.
Comedians.
Ain't the most well like
And
when they have the mic, yeah, like they're in control and shit. But like, yeah, when the jokes are coming back at them, they can't take it. Like in my personal experience,
mine is the ones who are wannabe comics. You know, the ones who are like when you're at the barbecue and they like talking shit. The roasters.
Oh, those are the worst. The fake one. Even the real comics struggle,
the
but like
roaster ones
the
that like
fake
talk
comics
shit.
are the worst. Yeah, fake comics are the worst. Yeah, yeah.
And like my thing I always say is like a joke is as good as if it's not a malicious thing. Like I mean, yeah, we tease and but the second that somebody is like, all right, that's enough, and somebody
and like if you gotta be able to take it if you can dish it out. Like if somebody is like, if y'all are going back and forth talking shit about each other, that's fine. As soon as one person starts feeling self-conscious, just back off. So, okay, like
just back off, leave it alone.
Which is what happened with Cat Williams and the late Wanda Smith. That's what happened. It's like Cat his jokes were just better. That's why I didn't feel that bad for Wanda because she started it. She kept coming at him and like, but this is Cat fucking Williams, one of the greatest stand-ups of all time. Just like you're a local Atlanta comic, just that's on the radio. Like stay away from this.
When he said the gnarled hand, I just was
run by your gnarled fingers.
When he said like,
he said my hair is moving, yours is not. He started talking about her wig and shit.
When he said that, I just
only one of our hair is moving.
That's why I just did this. I just put my hand over my face when he said that because I was like, damn, you just not even like you with a Tommy gun out there. You with a Tommy gun.
Everything
like,
you said was everything joke you made miss because then she started talking about his outfit and that cheap ass outfit. He always like, this is Versace, man. It's not even out yet. This is this is a spring collection of he opened it and showed the thing on the inside of it. Like, so even like your jokes that you tried to get him like, this nigga is in a Versace suit. You said it was some cheap.
And then when she went back, he was like, you already said that joke. He said, you already.
She already said that one, try again. It's like, because she repeated one of her jokes that she
I
just don't like I'm not sparring with Cat Williams. It's like I know my man. It's just like I'm not sparring with that dude. It's
neither
like,
am I.
It's like I just like so you got it. Do you homie? It's like I will spar with some Negroes, but like that ain't one of them. No. Like some of these local comics, I'm going after. It's like the
And
shitty
the
ones,
wannabe.
not the veterans. Some of these whack ass, especially these internet comics. Yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
going after them.
the Instagram, the TikTok
Yeah,
comments.
you got. Yeah, I go after you and shit. Yeah.
But just young lady, just stay off it. What's her name? Lee, whatever her name is.
I forgot it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's it.
Lee,
Yeah,
whatever her name is.
Leanne, I think, or
Just
Leanne.
stay away from it. People have already decided that they don't like you, so
Like
just
you
stay off
gave
it.
your explanation and people still ain't trying to hear it. So you did your part. Just
At the end of the day, it's like he. At the end of the day, he chose her. He slid her DMs. He chose her. She didn't go after him. He chose her because he did. Like how they met, he slid in her DMs.
engaged, like they getting married
He
now.
saw what he liked. He slid in her DMs, and then she was kind of like, I don't know if I want to, because
Athlete
people were trying to roast her and say that she said that he wasn't her type. It's like, but how many people ended up with people that weren't their type?
all the time. Yeah.
So,
Beyonce didn't like Jay-Z when they met. It's like she said that, yeah. She's like she didn't find him attractive at all, but then he charmed her. He charmed her with the
but that
Jay-Z.
$1 billion is
Holla at your,
attractive.
he started charming her, like holla at your boy. It's like,
Yeah, because women want to be courted. So, like, even somebody, that's why it's no mystery when people see like a guy who's ugly and he has a baddie. It's like
yeah,
he's romantic, he's charming,
I get it. Yeah. I
and
never
then
question what a woman with a guy because women like yeah, women are what women are into and what guys are into are totally
and then
different.
ugly guys have nice bodies. Some ugly guys will have like a body, but the face is face me.
Shout, shout out Jonathan Majors.
I'm not going to touch
I
that.
didn't say that.
Butt
Straight,
ahead.
stricken that from the record. I didn't
We call it guys call it butted heads. They call girls butted heads. It's
stricken
butted
that,
head guys out there.
stricken that from the record. I didn't
I
say
knew a couple guys that the face was like, but
stricken
the
that.
body is like, okay. The face though, the face.
Let's go from one couple that's engaged to one that's getting divorced. Let's shift now. Chance the Rapper, you saw like his wife,
That's all.
Kirsten Corley, she officially filed. They've been separated for a while, probably since the big booty girl at Carnival. It's like that's probably where it started. Like, 'cause that was about a year ago or something like that. Yeah. So like when that
And
happened.
then for all the women saying that she was insecure, okay, so if your man was doing that at Carnival, how would you
Was
react?
out of the country and shit, and like, yeah, like, yeah, hey,
How and you're nowhere to be seen.
and
What
he's
would
like,
be your
yeah,
reaction?
he's having a time. Like he was like, ooh, he was
And he's on
actually, what
Instagram.
like he was enjoying the shit on Instagram. It wasn't like he was like,
He was
hey, girl, I'm a married man. He was like, ooh, yeah, he's into
well,
this shit.
even if she's like, but even if you don't want like a lens, she's back and you just kind of looking like
Yeah,
you're just standing there and you're standing still, like not reacting. But he was,
yeah.
and it's like, okay, but people love to talk about like, yeah, well, I'm not. It's like I see I see the guys that you fight over. You fight over guys that you Netflix and chill with. So like
Yeah.
stay out this conversation. You're not married. Stay out
They
this
married
conversation.
and got
You
two
ain't married
daughters.
with kids. Stay out
Married
this
with two
conversation.
daughters. Yeah, which is what sucks. They got young kids. Like they got
They
yeah,
do.
got
They got babies.
two young daughters. So that's what sucks about
Because
that.
their kids are younger than mine, so they got
They
babies.
got married after you. They got in 2019. I want to say got
Yeah, they
married.
got babies.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. So,
well,
and I
my
know
thing,
like I know two of the DJs that DJ the reception. That's like so this is very like close to like my circle. I know people that were at the wedding and
and
DJ.
then some years ago when Chance came back to Chicago and did his book and breakfast or whatever, my kids attended that. And
Yeah.
my kids actually got books that was signed by him. And they had a video that where they were at because another one of our family members took them there because they asked permission because they take them. I said that's fine. And then she took video for me, and then when I was showing the kids, and they're like, because they didn't know who he was, because I mean, they were young. My kids didn't know. They were just kind of like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, you guys got books from Chance the Rapper. You met Chance the Rapper. He was sitting down, he was reading them a story. Like it was a really nice event. They had breakfast for the kids. It was a really cute event that he did with them.
At Power for our 15th
Yeah.
anniversary, we had Chance the Rappers at the Chicago Theater. Like he headlined that show.
Hmm.
So and somewhere backstage I signed the walls because like I was like, I'm gonna let you know Oz was here. God damn it, yeah. So if so somebody's there, find my name. Like I definitely I signed it somewhere backstage at the Chicago theater. So if somebody is there, find Oz's name. But Oz was here. Damn it, yeah.
That's just sad. Because like their story was cute because it's like they had known each other since they were like little kids, and then it's like they reconnected. So it's like the girl I liked when I was like 7,
Yeah.
It was like that type of cute. It was like a cute little love
Yeah.
story that they had.
Dope. Yeah. Dope.
But my thing is, filing for divorce doesn't necessarily mean you'll get divorced sometimes. Because sometimes it's like not being, but sometimes the separation actually does actually bring people close together. Sometimes it can work when
Happens.
you realize that after being apart, and you could almost be about to sign, because it's been couples that were about to sign that line, to
Saw it
sign
with Kobe and Vanessa
Kobe
Bryant.
and Vanessa.
Where after the after oh 03 oh 04 after that y'all know what I'm talking about, the
Yeah.
SA incident in Colorado. Like after
Mhm.
that shit is like, yeah, it's like, yeah, and then Kobe had that sorry ass press conference and like, yeah, yeah, they were done. Yeah, yeah, she had
Yeah.
filed. Yeah,
Because like, after like 10 years, they have been married for 10 years. I want to say she filed like around like 2010, because like right, they had just made their 10-year mark. They had just made their 10-year mark of marriage.
I
And
remember.
then
Yeah,
she filed, and then
by the time he retired, like some years later, like yeah, they were
it was
that
like it never even happened. Like they had never
and they
even
had two
separated.
more babies after retirement. Yeah, because they had
Mhm.
the two oldest, Talia and the late Gianna. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's like, and then they had two more girls after his retirement.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Sometimes that can happen. I said sometimes it's separation, because once you separate, then you really, and if you are separated, really separate to really focus on what you're trying to get. Because in a marriage, in a good marriage, your marriage, you guys are supposed to build each other up, and you guys are supposed to bond and grow together. And sometimes people just grow apart. That happens. Sometimes it's a disconnect. So when you're in your separation, think about, what do I really want?
yeah,
What am I really looking for? What am I really looking for? Think about it like that. Is this something that we can fix? Is it a fixable thing?
well,
Do we need couples? Do we need therapy? Do we need counseling? Is this just a miscommunication? Because some stuff is just a matter of miscommunication.
right.
Everybody doesn't have the same love language. Like his love language would be like, hey, like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the road all this time. And I'm just going to just give you money and just do like that. I want you here though. Because some people like, I don't care about diamonds, furs. I don't care. I just want you to spend some time with me.
Mm.
And if you think that, yeah, I'm just going to shower you, I'm just going to shower you. I bought you this. How dare you feel ungrateful? I bought you this. And it's like, I don't care. I want you here. So it's like,
Like I said, everybody's
what
love
is
language is different. Yeah,
what is the disconnect? And then if it does come to a point where, like, I'm not old school, where it's like just stay in your miserable marriage and then just stay there. Like, no, if you're miserable and both of you guys are miserable, do not stay in a relationship that's miserable. Especially the excuse I hear is, we have kids, so we'll just stay together for the kids. No, that's
nah.
the worst thing you can do, is to stay together for the kids. Because
Kids know
now
when they know a
kids
love
can pick
marriage.
up.
They know a loveless marriage. Yeah, they can.
Kids can see if mom and dad are annoyed by each other. Kids can see if dad's had a mistress for 40 years. Kids can see that.
Yeah, kids
Kids
pick.
can see if mom has had a boyfriend for 40 years. Kids can see stuff like that. So if you guys are miserable and you decide that, hey, we're better off as just parenting, as co-parents, just be that.
What sucks about with
Co-parent.
Chance though is that that damn album and shit is
When
like
he took the hiatus,
that's gonna
and
live in
yeah.
infamy. Like the album he dedicated of the with the big day. I think, yeah, one he dedicated to her and shit is like and now that's gonna be out because people clowned him then about it. So, like we just said, the internet be internet, and they clowning him now about that shit. It's like, so that's what sucks is that fucking album and shit. It's like that's gonna live in infamy, like that album. Long story short, just don't do albums like that. We saw Robin Thicke, whatever. Just
Oh,
don't do
well,
albums.
that
Don't do
that
albums
album
like
was a train wreck. He was trying to get his wife back, but it didn't
that.
work. It didn't work at all.
Well, best of luck to the two of them in their co-parenting
Just
and
co-parent. Have a
raise
good,
your
say if you can work
raise
it
those
out,
girls, yeah, raise those
because
girls.
ain't nothing out here in these streets. Is like I said, I'm not a person that says stay in a miserable relationship, but once you've been with somebody for so long, it's nothing out here in these streets.
Right.
It's a lot. It's not just pissing. It's shit in the swim in the dating pool. It's shit and piss in the dating pool right now. So if you can work it out, work it out.
Speaking of the dating pool, let's talk about what's been going viral. I mentioned this last week, but let's talk about it. One of the hottest TikTok channels out. We got to talk about it. Yeah, you know where I'm going. I just leave
Oh
with the
Lord.
jingle. Like the jingle is catchy as fuck. You already know what I'm going. Cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya, and then she turns around and like shakes her ass to the camera. For those that don't know, yeah, TikTok sensations. Kaya Renee is her name. It's like, but she cooking with Kaya is what people know her as. It's like, and she got like 1 million followers on like both TikTok and Instagram. Like, so which happened like with probably within the last month or two. Is like
Mhm.
she just exploding like because of the viral videos. And basically, what it is like she does her cooking videos and like she's playing up to the thing is like, hey, like you better go cook your for your man before Kaya cook for him. And then she plates the food and cooking with Kaya, cooking with she's a little cute girl too. Like I said, yeah, 20 something, yeah, like so so like the guys are like are into it, of course. The women are not into her, of course. It's like, that's where we at right now.
So, like I said, I had no idea who this girl even is because, like, until like I looked at,
Same with
the
me. How I discovered
I
her
had
was
no idea.
how I discovered it was the
I'm over
response.
40,
The
so
response videos is how I discovered. I kept seeing like people on my timeline response videos about like on guys and girls. So I was like, who is this Kai? Who is cooking
yeah,
with
because
Kai?
I had no idea.
So then I went and looked her stuff up. I was like, oh, okay, I see why she's controversial. I get it. It's like, yeah,
Because our thing is us. This is not our demographic. She's not for our
yeah.
demographic. She's
I said
not.
20 something, like little
Right.
girl is like, yeah,
I'm
20.
over 40 and I'm married, so it's like, yeah, it's that's not my demographic. So, um, Kaya, like I said, now that I'm sure that now she's starting to possibly get some branding because
Yeah.
once you reach a certain number of followers,
She's done a
opened up
million now, yeah. So
you can
we
get opened up for branding deals. And when you get so many views on your videos, you get those paychecks. So,
yeah.
um, advice, like I said, not to Kevin Samuel Lee, but the advice is, yeah, you know, ride your wave. You have this wave now, ride your wave, but be responsible with your shit because it's like we know kicking with Needy might be the thing next year. Like we know media moves super fast. Like it's very few people that crack the ceiling and just keep like one who cracked the ceiling that like my kids like now is Mr. Beast. Like Mr. Beast cracked it and
It's
he's doing
funny.
like he's in stores. Mr. Beast has candy bar. He has Lunchables now in stores.
Yeah, Kaya needs to like work on shit like that. Get like cooking like stuff like seasonings and stuff like she could have like
Like
cooking with
Kimmy Creations,
Kaya's
Kimmy,
lemon pepper or Kaya's yeah whatever like
yeah,
have like
Kimmy
different
got her
yeah
seasonings.
yeah she
So
could work
that's
on
what
some
I say. Like
branding yeah.
once you go, so like the bottom line is don't just be buying bags and makeup and shit. Don't do that because you're gonna go broke.
And funny you
Don't
mentioned
do
it's
that.
funny you mentioned Kevin Samuels because I look at Kaya as like she took the Kevin Samuels route. It's
Mhm,
like she's like probably been trying to be a content creator for a while now.
mhm.
Found out this shit worked is like and then like let's do more of that. It's like
Let's
yeah,
double
this
down on it.
because because people look like noise is noise, like positive or negative. Okay, like a lot of people, most of the guys rock with me. A lot of the women don't like me, but like they all talking about me. So like let's do more of that. It's like just so yeah.
All publicity is good publicity,
That's
basically.
what she
You
looked
got
at
the
it as.
point.
Because a
Yeah.
lot of because of women are attacking her like yeah, she's a pick me, she's that and all like
Women are jealous, yeah.
I think the girl is just a content creator. That's what, and she found something that worked. Okay,
She's a
like
content
people
creator.
like this, people like these videos, so I'm gonna do more of that. It's like that's what I
Mhm.
think. Yeah,
Oh, and like I said, I don't know if she has children. I don't know like if that's her or not. I don't know if she does, but
I
my
don't know.
warrant too is like, don't let a Dusty get you pregnant either.
Right.
Don't get pregnant by Dusty.
Dudes do be trying to trap girls too. So yeah.
Because Dusty's trying to trap girls and like bullshit ain't nothing. Like Instagram models are trying to tell you to get this quick snapback. A lot of women don't snap back quick after having kids.
Yeah.
That's just a reality. I'm in the minority that I did snap back super quick, and I'm poor. I don't have money to like get like all the extra stuff. So it's like that doesn't happen. Like
But
it
that's
doesn't
what I
happen.
would compare it to, like her rise was like Kevin Samuels. Like when he realized, oh, like
Oh, this works. Me being
people
the mean
responded to me
guy.
talking shit to the women. Let's do more of that. It's like that's
Yeah, the
what.
mean guy works. So let me do the mean
Yeah,
guy.
so I don't even know if like all of the like I don't know if Kaya's actually out here like stealing girls' men and shit like that. I think she's just a
I
content
doubt it.
creator. Me personally, that's what I think is like. I don't know if she's actually doing that.
I
Yeah,
doubt it, because the way that people are crazy nowadays, everybody owns a pew pew nowadays. So
yeah. I
and
think she's
a
just.
lot of people are just mentally unhinged. A lot
I
of people are just unhinged now. A lot of people are
all of
just
y'all
mentally
in your feelings.
unhinged.
I think the girl is just a content because I have a friend that's a content creator. You know her, yeah. Like she and she would talk about that because she posted little thirst trap videos and she's like, I'm just
Mhm.
trying to sell my product. Yeah. It's
Yep.
like she's like because people will feel some type of way about her shit too. So she's like, I ain't thinking about these dudes. I'm just trying to sell
Yeah.
these products.
I show these products. Yeah.
Yeah, like I ain't thinking about
At the
that.
end of the day, like content creator, people get it twisted. It's a job.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not you going and punching a clock, but it's a job. Content creating is a real
That's
job. It is.
it's work too, yeah. Like to
It's
create
a
these videos,
job.
yeah, you got to record the video, you got to edit the video, like you got to get the numbers where they need to be. It's real
Mhm.
work. People think it's
It's real
easy.
work.
It's actual work to do these videos. Yeah.
So my thing is, I say to her, ride your wave.
They say get
Do
some
you
branding deals, preferably in the cooking
get
field,
some branding
like in
deals,
seasoning, or get you
cookware?
or cookware. Get you like a George Foreman grill type of thing. Like yeah, get the like birth these brands like that. It's like where like you have like your name on like certain items.
And if you do that, we want our percentage. I want my percentage.
That, that note, let's wrap up now. Another damn podcast, episode 392. You want to support us further? Give us a like. You know what to do. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on your platforms. We're talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SERAGLAEY7 on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naeem.
We'll talk to you later. I'm gone.